Ow. Hey guys, Dusty here. Today I'm reviewing the Altra Escalante 2.5 and it's a nice one. Okay, so the Escalante 2.5 is the second ever Ultra shoe that I've owned. The first one being the Ultra Torin 4.0, and I really liked that shoe. It was fine. It was just kind of more of an easy day and long run day shoe for me. Didn't quite cross over into speed type of shoe or a race day type of shoe, but still liked it. And to be honest, that's kind of what I thought the Escalante 2.5 was going to be for me as well. So let's get into some of the stats of the shoe. Just like every other Ultra shoe out there, it's zero drop. So the stack height in this shoe is 24 millimeters, so zero drop. So it's 24 millimeters in the rear and 24 in the forefoot. My men's size 9 weighs in at just under 9 ounces. The foam Ultra's using in this midsole is called their Ultra Ego foam. It's my first time running with it, but I really liked it. It was quite a bit softer than I was expecting, but still fairly responsive. The upper on this shoe is very nice. It's almost sock-like. It is pretty thick though. I haven't personally ran with this shoe yet in hot conditions, and I'll probably wear this shoe out before next summer, so I'll have to tell you how the Escalante 3.0 is for heat. But so far I've loved this upper and I've had no issues. The tongue is thin, nice, no issues. The heel on the Escalante 2.5 has very little structure to it. There's no sort of heel counter to the shoe. And for me personally, that's not an issue. I didn't have any sort of heel slipping issues or anything like that. And just like every other Ultra shoe, has a nice wide toe box, so your feet can really splay out when you're running in the shoe because of that toe box. Now we move on to the outsole. Fairly decent amount of rubber. I'm not even sure if they needed to include this much rubber on the outsole, and it's designed to look like a foot. I'm not entirely sold whether or not I think there's a benefit to that at all. I think it might just kind of more be a gimmick than anything, but yeah, no issues with the outsole. Gripped fine in wet conditions, and from what I've read from some other people's reviews, people are getting crazy amounts of life out of this shoe, like way over 800k in some cases. So for myself, while looking at the shoe, I wouldn't guess I'd get anywhere close to that sort of mileage. Other people are claiming to, so if you've worn this shoe, let me know down below in the comments how much life you've gotten out of it. But yeah, pretty crazy that some people are getting quite a bit of life out of kind of more of a minimal type shoe. Okay, so where does the Escalante 2.5 fit into my running shoe rotation? I'm gonna have to say that this shoe is one of my best all-around shoes. So it's a great daily trainer that also crosses the line into kind of more of that speed work, tempo type shoe, as well as it could possibly be a race day shoe. Maybe if carbon fiber shoes are banned one day. So this is a shoe, in my opinion, that can do it all for you. And I don't have many other shoes that I put into that category. I have the On Cloud Flow. I have the Hoka Carbon X. I have the Saucony Kinvara, and possibly the Asics Dynablast. And I really like the idea of doing some speed sessions or tempo runs in this shoe, just because it is zero drop, so it's going to encourage more proper form than something that has a huge built up heel and a ton of drop to it. Now as far as the feel of the shoe, it was surprisingly much softer of a ride than I was expecting, and that's probably has to do with the Ultra Ego midsole foam. Now, it was soft, but it was still fairly responsive. It was responsive enough that I would trust this shoe to do some tempo work or speed work. And I have done easy running and hard running in this shoe, and I just find it a joy to be cruising along at whatever pace that I choose. And the Escalante 2.5 retails in at 180 Canadian or about 130 US, and that's quite a bit of money. But for a shoe that can do it all, I think that's fairly priced, especially if you're going to get anywhere close to the mileage that some people claim they're getting out of this shoe. So if you're a neutral runner looking for a shoe that can do it all for you, and if you like the idea of having a zero drop shoe or balance cushioning as Altra calls it, then yeah, I absolutely recommend giving the Altra Escalante 2.5 a try. And if you've ran in this shoe, let me know down below in the comments what you thought of it, and I'll see you in the next video.